Welcome back to What Are the Odds of Football. My name is Anika, and of course, I've got a red devil, as you can see at the head, our very own residential yellow bone, BK in that. How's it? Long time. You guys know there's no football when BK don't see. There's no football, or if United have lost, I hardly see them.
Or if Barca lose, don't get it twisted. If Barca lose,
hey man, we're back from the international break. And of course, we could talk about how the English do not want Tuchel to be their coach. But today we're not going to do that because a lot has happened. We could talk about how women can take advantage of international break when it comes to their boyfriends and their husbands. But hey man, we're not going to reveal those secrets. We are going to be talking football, and what we're going to do is we're just going to do a recap since our last video.
Sure.
And of course, we're going to start with everyone's favorite team to hate, the Red Devils, Manchester United, who kicked off this weekend against Brentford and won 2-1 at Old Trafford. How are you feeling then? Happy days.
Happy days. 2 beautiful goals. Class all around. Comeback. All the things that I wanted. Play was good. Just need to keep up with it. Keep the momentum going. Win the next game and look, the next 5 games gonna be. It's not a difficult round of fixtures, so
okay.
I'm expecting us to pick up a lot of points between now and the Arsenal game in December.
Before we get to the games, just we have to talk about, and you've been calling for it, Erasmus Højlund. And are you glad he's back in the squad? How important is he right now than what we're seeing with Zirkzee?
Look, his hold-up play is brilliant. He can hold the ball, he can pass to the wingers, but most importantly, he gets inside the box, and he's a threat inside the box. He gives the defender something to think about, which was my problem with Zirkzee a bit. So we need a focal point. We need someone there that Bruno can say, okay, there's my guy. There's someone there in the box that I can maybe flick the ball onto and make a brilliant assist like he did the past weekend. But I'm glad he's back.
Is this it for Ahmed in the starting lineup?
He'll get an opportunity, Ahmed.
But I mean, but he's Gano now.
Definitely you have to play Ghana. Definitely you have to play Ghana. Look, Ahmed had his chance. Pre-season, he was doing the most. Playing very well. Scored a couple of goals, etc. But when the season started, it sort of faded away.
Sure.
And when we put in Ghana as a super sub, just came in and did the business, and he deserves to start.
And have maybe trying to find his 11.
I hope so. Look, as a United fan, I don't want to. I've been here before where he played well, and I thought, okay, this is the change. This is the turning point. But it's never happened. The reason I believe this is the turning point now is because the run of fixtures that we're going into.
Sharp.
With Ipswich, Everton, the likes of West Ham, it's quite Chelsea thrown in the mix, but I feel like the next 4 or 5 games he can really get things together. The team must get confidence, points on the board.
And of course, that result leaves Manchester United 12th in the Barclays Premier League, 21 in the Europa League. And tonight, they of course go and face an old friend, Jose Mourinho, with Fenerbahce away. After that, this weekend they go away to West Ham, and then next week, during the week, United will be hosting Leicester in the Carabao Cup. How are you feeling about tonight?
9 points.
9 points. You've said this before.
This time, 9 points. 9 points. I like the fact that a lot of people will say, gonna miss. Yes, we're gonna miss him, but
Sure. What happened?
red card against Porto.
Yes.
But I wanna see
Like
Eriksen,
yeah.
because I saw Eriksen is definitely finding his form as well. So I wanna see Eriksen in that number 10 role.
Where's Mount?
Mount, I think, is injured.
Okay.
He's part of the injury list. Kobe is part of the injury list. So we might see Ugarte, Kes, double pivot, which I'm excited to see. Then after
Over 5.5 kilo cards.
because we are facing Fred and Amrabat. So yeah, I'm excited to see Eriksen play in front of them.
Sure.
Not having to track back as often.
Okay.
With that double pivot, and then of course your wingers. Look, we're at a stage where I think Ten Hag should not rest players,
And I doubt you'll have to press.
Yeah.
So I mean, with such, if you were gonna have to press in the game, you're looking at Cass, you're looking at Eriksen, you're looking at age, and you're like, ish, we're gonna be able to press up front, but the pass will be back.
The bus will
The bus will be packed, so passes are gonna have to be made. So I'm sure a bit you'll be missing Kobe in that game. West Ham you have to beat.
West Ham we have to beat. Leicester we have to beat.
My money is on Lopetegui to get.
Think he goes first.
Nah, he's the first to go.
What about the Crystal Palace?
Yeah, but I mean, West Ham is coming from playing Europe.
Yeah, he might go first.
Yeah.
But I mean, no. I think the Crystal Palace manager goes first.
Hopefully the United fans, Leicester you beat.
Leicester we beat.
Carabao, home. Do you rest play?
I think we can rest players for that.
Okay.
We can rest players for that. It's fine. The rest, because after that I think we have to play Chelsea. After that, Leicester
that I
game.
did check.
Yeah. So we might have to rest players
Mm-hmm.
and face Chelsea after that.
Hopefully United fans are happy that they're not in the news that much now. Then of course,
Actually, I saw rumors yesterday that Xavi's going to replace.
oh yeah, I actually wanted to address that.
But it's okay. It's like very nice.
I'm like, both parties should not do that to themselves.
Why would we do that?
Yeah,
Can you
both
not
parties
see what
should
Barca is
not.
doing now with the same squad? That it's fine. Let's go.
Yeah. Amrabat was like, his sale was stopped by one of the executives at United.
I think it was a money thing. Maybe they wanted to push so much for Gatti that they felt like
This guy's, but he didn't even get points.
Yeah, I think it's unfair on him. Hopefully, we might get him anytime after this. I'm not sure if it's a loan to Fenerbahce. I think it's a loan. I'm not sure, but hopefully we'll get him. Otherwise, end of the season, because end of the season, definitely I think Cass might go.
Sure.
Eriksen might go. So we might have to go for a De Jong or OTM.
Young. Believe in that. Yeah. Let's get pen on paper. You see what we're doing now. Alright, then of course let us talk about title contenders. Arsenal, who went away to Bournemouth and lost 2-0, went into the Champions League, only scored an own goal, won that game. What's going on, Vicky?
They're struggling a bit. They're struggling. And this is what amazes me about pundits. And they don't talk about the struggle now. Because they are struggling.
And I mean, they're
Yeah.
okay, well, let's. Because one of my questions was going to be, are they still the way they look right now?
Look,
if you don't sort this out now,
you have to.
Mm.
Look, we can sit here, you and I, next week and say Arsenal are out of the title race or Arsenal are still in it.
Sure.
Because they're playing Liverpool.
Sure.
So if Liverpool beat them, again.
And we are at that stage of the season. I know it's a bit early, but
You have to
age
beat
where
them.
we start, where we start aging
Mm.
the title contending.
And Arsenal have to understand that Liverpool, like City, the title contender, you can't just go there and sit
Sure.
Just draw the game. But
But
you need
you
to take
take
a
a choice.
choice of them. No, playing at home.
Yeah.
Arsenal. You had 1 day more to rest, and I believe Arteta has been with his squad longer than
Sharp.
Slot.
Sharp.
They should have a game plan. They should have a way they want to play. They're at home. Go for it. Go for it.
So what was Saliba thinking there?
Lapse in concentration. But yeah, lapse in concentration. That's all I can say about that. Lapse in concentration. Maybe he thought he would just touch him a bit, but
Yes, man.
yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Then Arteta takes out our puts in I forgot who he put in at centre back.
Cure.
Givio,
Yeah.
And leaves Calafiori at left back.
That was a strange one. And
So he's basically telling Calafiori, yo man, you're gonna be at left back. That's it.
I think he was looking more for the attacking side of what California can do on the attacking side. But in a game like that, you're a man down. Yes, it's against Bournemouth, which you expect.
Sharp.
Just make sure that the back door is shut. Put your best players in defense where they should play.
Sure.
So
Okay.
I was disappointed in that because I felt like even Saliba
And an attack.
and even Saliba, I felt like you can go 1-0 down to Bournemouth and then win the game 3-1. All your players.
Sure.
Now you put your team in a position where they're playing without you. And
Yeah, it was one of those. Okay, you missed the guy. Just try. Or maybe again it's that confidence thing where he's feeling like, man, I'm that guy. That's why I'm the last man.
but he should have trusted himself more. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a lapse in concentration. He didn't notice that last time. But he should have trusted himself more. Just to plan with the striker and try to get something on the ball. But the red card didn't help.
I mean, I know January is now, but it's gonna be a long time.
They're missing. He's one of those players. He's a special player. They're definitely missing. And we've made this argument before that they can maybe replace Saka.
Sharp.
And they can maybe replace Rice with Partey or Jorginho. But who replaces Rudiger? So it's the wrong player to be injured.
The football is being these days.
Oh,
That leaves Arsenal third in the Barclays Premier League, ninth in the UEFA Champions League, just in the knockout, or let me say playoffs stages. That would leave Shakhtar 30th in the UEFA Champions League. Then Liverpool hosted Chelsea at Anfield and went away to Leipzig and won 1-0. They won 2-1 against Chelsea. Look at the Liverpool Chelsea. Let's give the Liverpool running. I don't know if that's up to Liverpool, but yeah. I know Slot is not talking, but they were letting Chelsea play.
sure, they did. Chelsea,
And I'm not saying Chelsea is weak or anything.
Yeah, they're on form. That's what one
Yeah.
can say about. They're on form now, which we understand. But
Sure.
you're right, they let them play, which is unlike Liverpool. And I guess we have to get used to this Liverpool side that sits back at Anfield and lets other teams play.
Sure.
I don't know. But
Yeah, some Liverpool fans are crying to say, where is the rock and roll?
they're number one. Why are they complaining?
But
Why are they complaining?
I sometimes, okay, I know, especially when your team is suffering, you prefer the result. But if you are winning, I think there's a certain way you expect.
Look,
DNA.
Klopp is gone. I have to tell you that Klopp is gone. And even Klopp himself, I saw the interview that he had with Sky, where he said he had no involvement in choosing the next manager. So the board chose a manager that will play a style of football that they felt it's good for Liverpool.
This is why I hate people who are in charge sometimes. Like, do you watch? I'm not saying that. I mean, let's look at the coaches that were available. Sure, these are people who play rock and roll.
Sure.
Not as clubs rock and roll is rock and roll.
Yeah,
But it's close.
Yeah. So they could have went for one of those two coaches.
Yeah. And that gives the DNA. But maybe players like Van Dijk.
We were suffering.
This one a lot. And I mean, players like Salah. Salah is now, I want to say, back to his best, but he can play now.
Yeah. Because
There's no need to press.
the football suits him.
Yeah.
The football. Honestly, if Ronaldo was at United when Slot went to United,
It would have been
good for Ronaldo
yeah.
because
Yeah, but
it's
then
not
I was
that.
like, hey, man, I want to press.
I want to press. So it suits Salah for his age and all of that. But does it not limit Diaz?
Sharp.
Does it not
Sure.
limit Jota? Those players that want to
That young midfield.
go. Yeah.
So if you put
Slot-
Slot, just to make example, if you put Slot at Barcelona just before the season started, one doesn't go.
Yeah.
But Flick was like, I can't have two.
Yeah. Because he knows what he wants.
Yeah, he
wants
knows
to
exactly
go.
what to do. And really, I don't see Gundogan. This squad, okay, attacking wise, listen, Gundogan is good. But the way Flick wants to play, you need young blood. I didn't know. I dare to ask PK. I dare to ask. And I actually want us to do a section on this at some point. Can Jackson become a Chelsea Greek?
For Chelsea,
Good
yes.
go.
Yeah, he is.
But what even for Chelsea? Chelsea is a big club. Champions League winners,
Sure.
Barclays Premier League winners.
Okay. I'll take that. Are you saying can he become a legend?
Because I wanted to say, so that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it here to say that, yeah, they're legends.
Sure.
They're great. And they have good players who came and left the club.
If he stays at Chelsea long enough, he continues doing what he's doing now. The work rate, the goals, assists.
So,
Why not?
okay. Reece James comes back in the Chelsea squad. Start immediately. Big miss or not?
It's too early to say if he's still
The same
the
Reece
same.
James.
I can't say if they missed him or not. Chelsea has, I don't know how many players. So, too early to say if they've missed one man.
Sure.
Hey,
So, but I, in that position, talk about a very good defensive player. Attacking player.
let them play 3 games and I'll
Okay.
ask that question. For now, maybe you can say they missed his leadership. He's another leader on the pitch. Maybe that. But
Let's see as time goes. Hopefully, starts game today.
let him start against
In the
United.
conference.
I want to see something.
And of course, the reason I started with Arsenal and Liverpool is because Arsenal, one of the big games this weekend, are hosting Liverpool at the Emirates this weekend. And of course, Arsenal will be playing Carabao another week against Preston away. So, should be win, actually. But let's talk about the big one. Arsenal versus
Arsenal.
You think so?
Yes.
How?
There's something about having your back to the wall in corner, and the way the results have been going for Arsenal. They didn't play a good game the other day.
Two games.
2 games. They didn't play two good games.
I mean, okay, they were chasing shot.
Sure. So I think Arteta needs to change things up, and they need to come into that game angry, and they need to assert themselves in the EPL to say, yes, we've been challenging for the league in the last 2 years. Yes, Liverpool is here. Yes, they're number one, but we're still here.
And this will go to one of those things what you said last time. You say it's either Arsenal win the league this season or they don't even finish second.
Next season, forget about it. Forget about it. If this season, if they don't win the league, I said it, as you rightfully say, I don't think they'll go second. I think it will even demoralize the players for even next season to say,
Sure.
What is happening? What are we doing?
Okay. So you should go.
I'm going Arsenal, man. I'm putting. Maybe I'm influenced by my hate for
for
Liverpool, but
yeah. I'm definitely going for Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay. I respect that.
Good game. Yeah.
Liverpool
wins. Man's got his whole squad. Yeah, and he likes resting players. One of the things that I've got to mention. It's not like at a certain point in the game. I don't know how he decides that he could be winning 1-0 and like,
let me rest.
yeah, I mean some coaches would do that at high scores. All right, Liverpool, that leaves their result still at number 1 in the Barclays Premier League, second in the UEFA Champions League spots.
Doing quite well. English teams are doing quite well. I think they're
top three. Yeah, I was definitely going to speak about that. Yeah, so top 3 Barclays Premier League. You'd say, if you look at that league, you'd be like, nice, there's something.
Yeah.
I said
my trade is way off. It's way off. But it's okay.
That leaves Leipzig in first in the UEFA Champions League. But of course, Liverpool after the Arsenal and Liverpool game are going to Brighton.
Brighton is not going to.
It's definitely not, but I feel like
they can win the game.
Yeah, no. I think Liverpool are going to win the game.
Yeah.
That's the whole high line that Brighton like to play. But hey, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a game that has
high scoring game. If a betting man go over 2.5, it's going to be a high scoring game, I think.
Okay. Chelsea, that leaves them now 6th in the Barclays Premier League, just behind Brighton. 6th in the UEFA Conference League, which they've only played 1, but they are playing tonight against Panathinaikos. They made that name.
Panathinaikos.
That one. Yeah. Then, of course, they will be hosting Newcastle in the Barclays Premier League this weekend at Stamford Bridge. And, of course, they will be going away to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. All right.
They have a tough couple of games.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I think in the next 6 games or so, they have Spurs, Arsenal. I forgot, but it's really good.
Yeah, forms are going to have to start to show.
Yeah.
We're going to see liars.
Contenders to the throne.
We're going to see liars. You're going to see if you're telling us the truth or if you're lying to us.
Or if you're Jon Snow, if you're a bastard child. We'll see.
Then, of course, we have to talk about Aston Villa, who went away to Fulham and walked away with 3 points and won 3-1.
Sure.
And then hosted Bologna in the UEFA Champions League and won 2-0. That leaves Villa 4th in the Barclays Premier League standings. They're making it tough for Chelsea. Best in the UEFA Champions League. Odds, I mean, that's something.
And they've played by it.
Yeah, they've played by it. I think they've only lost twice already this season. Villa will be hosting Bournemouth in the Barclays Premier League this weekend. And of course, in the Carabao last 16, will be hosting West Ham. 6 points.
You would think that. Villa have been playing so well this season. That's why when people criticized United for the draw against Villa, I'm like, why are you criticizing them for that? Why are you criticizing United for the draw against Porto? Porto have not lost.
So,
they've been playing extremely well in their league.
Mm-hmm.
You have an Aston Villa who are right up there in the Champions League and who are right up there in the league, and you criticize
so I mean, the league standings speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They should. So it should be. That's why sometimes I don't understand why they judge you on something. why they judge United and those stuff. I'm like, what? I mean, we are good.
Villa is a good team.
And no one's talking about the fact that you beat Brentford. Brentford is quite a difficult team to play against.
Yeah.
But
I'm proud of them. Durant doing well.
Yeah.
Oli Watkins there, of course. Defensively, they're quite sound. So I'm very happy for Unai Emery.
Any season, we did speak about the fact that they could be in the last 16 and we won't be shocked.
Yeah, we definitely won't be shocked.
Won't be shocked.
We know Unai Emery.
We won't be shocked if they're not, but we won't be shocked if they are. All right. Then,
and this is a manager that everyone said was finished because of his record with Arsenal.
Yeah.
We forget that he's So everyone was like, he's finished. Unai Emery, and he got his nice mid-table team and turned them into animals, absolute animals. They're a tough team to play against. Yeah, I remember last season when they beat City. Was it last season when they beat City 2-0?
You know, the only upset that I know it cost Arsenal. Because I mean, if Arsenal had even just drawn
even Arsenal. So
if Arsenal had just drawn that game, they would have won.
The team that's well put together.
Yeah, no, most definitely. There are a lot of course talk about the Barclays champions, who were hosted by Wolves and Manchester City.
Asterix. Those are titles you must put
there.
Asterix there.
Guys,
those charges, they haven't forgotten. Continue with your champions.
Almost didn't walk away with 3 points at Wolves, 2-1, Stones late goal. Of course, destroyed Sparta Prague in the UEFA Champions League 5-0. What is going on with Manchester City? Struggling in the league. Is again the Champions League, so let's not talk about that.
Are they starting to miss Rodri?
I think that's
Kevin.
One of those. I think it's more Rodri than Kevin.
Sharp.
And Pep.
Sharp. Because that thing of controlling games, the ability that Rodri has to control games.
And defending.
Nothing against Kovacic.
Yeah, and defending is back for. Rodri is a smart player.
Yeah.
You know, there are two types of CDM. There's one who says, okay, you've passed the ball, you've passed it to a striker. The striker can't. Understand?
Sure.
Then there are players who know how to determine patterns of play and know where to mark, which is your Rodri's speed, your Zubemendi, Xabi Alonso doesn't even look like CDM. He knows how to read patterns of play in the game. Or let me say he did, and know that, okay, I can see your patterns, I know where you're going to counter, where you're going to move. So I think Rodri, for me, is mostly missed at City. And then Pep, for some reason, not wanting to play Foden, is most creative player. Okay. And then Pep switching Doku and Salvinho every now and then, confusing his players. I don't know why he likes doing this. But yeah. Then of course, okay, we spoke about the lack of creativity. You spoke about that. Nothing much to talk about Manchester City right now for their struggles.
But we need to talk about the potential of Bernardo Silva.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot that.
We need to talk about
I almost forgot that. Yeah, so hey man, I've rewatched that video. I don't know where this is. I've been hearing it a lot online, saying that you can't be offside. Sure, I've never.
No, I know that.
I know it from
it's been a rule. Yeah,
I know it from the pro
corner also, because the ball is at the last point.
Okay.
So the logic is,
so
you can't be beyond the last point.
So we can say it's a goal, because if you have to judge Silva's offside, it will be when Stones hits the ball, and by that time he's on the floor.
Look, I'm going to agree with you that it's a goal. At the same time, I'm going to say Pep should stop saying that Arsenal are the masters of the dark, because that was dark art. If ever I saw dark art in my life,
it was just one. If you see on Arsenal,
that was dark.
if you see on Arsenal,
Arsenal do it in such a way that maybe that's why they're
it's
lost.
very dark.
They do it in such a way that we don't complain or there's no debate about it. It's just a matter of okay, he's in front of the keeper.
Yeah.
But the way Silva did it, because for me, the keeper had to push him away just before the ball hits Stones. Silva backs into the keeper.
Sharp.
Now the keeper has to protect himself.
Sharp.
Push Silva away.
Mm-hmm.
And then after pushing him away, the ball gets to Stones and then Stones heads it towards the keeper. At that point, the keeper is trying to balance himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was looking at the ball, but he's distracted by Silva. So
of course, if we were going to judge that offside, it would have been if Silva was still pushing him at the time Stones. Because when the ball is played, remember we judge offside by the time the ball is played. When we said it can't be offside from the corner.
This is why the Wolves coach was talking about consistency, because I did not see it. We need to watch it. There was a goal they scored last season. That was disallowed. That was the exact same.
Sure.
And it was disallowed. And he was basically talking about big team favoritism. How referees unconsciously, without even realizing it, favor the big teams in terms of certain decisions. I mean, VAR calls you to look at the decision. When VAR calls you to look at the decision, most it's overturned. But this referee decides, I'm not overturning this decision. Everyone thought it's going to be overturned.
Yeah.
So he was talking about big teams getting favors from refs.
Of which I understood that, and I am with Wolves on this. And it goes to say you should stop looking at VAR in Barclays as a standard. I was telling one of my colleagues, Tabo, friend of the channel, go watch La Liga, go watch Bundesliga, go watch Serie A. They don't even take time on the monitor.
Yeah, with offsides, things like that. Yeah.
They don't take time. The guy gets there, his team explains to him, yo, this is what we think. He's like, oh, snap, no red card, no red. So the main issue here is the VAR impact. I understand the favoritism of that is something that we can get to, and we would never win in any way.
But it's so disappointing because why is VAR there? I listened to the Bruno Madison incident, the refs, the VAR team.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed that they can see that this is not exactly a red card. They even say so themselves and almost say, hey, let's let the ref decide. It's almost like, hey, let him decide. Let him take this. And for me, it's like, you are there. You're watching the replay. Make a decision.
And the other thing, I was actually talking to my other colleague in the office, Mr. Mure. He was saying, and that's why I kept saying, go watch other leagues and see. He was saying VAR sometimes is wrong because what they do is they call you and they just watch the video.
Okay.
But what are you there for?
What are you there?
Because you can decide. When I call you, let's say I'm there. When I call you, I should be like, yo, dog, you made it. I should be like,
this is what is happening. This
is what's happening.
Yeah.
So you're putting the referee under pressure in the sense that he's now thinking. Remember, for him, it's live. Everything is live. It's not like back in the day where he made a decision, made a mistake, and he can see so. Now it's live. You're now on VR. So what he's gonna think is like, I might be the idiot here. This is what I thought.
But correct me.
But if my team might think that I'm wrong, I don't want to look the fool. But if the VAR team were to say, made a mistake, come and check. And this is not to say you might be wrong as the referee. But the discussion should be there. Don't throw each other under the bus. Yeah. The discussion should be there. By the time I call you, it should be, I think you made a mistake. Come and check. But anyways, we can go on forever. With Barclays VAR, no. And let's just be Barclays VAR. Trust me, go to other leagues, you will see.
Yeah, there's quite a difference. It's quite a difference. If you watch
when they call you on the monitor, those guys, that guy comes there, Where's the replay? Okay, sure. But have you ever seen the replays in Barclays? First of all, there's always one pattern. The video will always be slow.
And then the angle, they don't show it in real time.
They
must show it in real time.
You must show it in real time and slow
angles.
motion.
Yeah.
And all angles. But they don't. For some reason they don't. Unless what we are seeing in the referee seeing is different. Right out.
But here's the thing, you are trained for that.
But are they? Barclays, even before, I think even VAR came into effect because of leagues like Barclays. Referees from your UK league.
Then my other question then would be then to say, are we expecting football to get to a point where 100% of the decisions are made right? Because Howard Webb, his argument was, refs before VAR used to get 80% of the decisions. Now we have VAR. Now we're getting about 95% of the decisions.
But the thing is the fault? The video cannot be. See Howard Webb, I'm starting to doubt him a lot because there are some decisions here where you can see how you're explaining shit right now. I'm sorry to say that you are a legend of the game, you've been a good ref, but he's deciding shit. Because the issue here is not video.
It's the decisions.
It's the decisions that are made.
Yeah.
The issue is here. And it will be shocked. I hope when Barclays moves away from VAR, if they do. Other leagues don't.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
They will modify it until they get to a point where they're satisfied.
It goes back to what you said. We are seeing that the referees are shit in Barclays. I am from other countries. If you can get players from other countries, coaches from other countries, why don't you get...
Why not?
Hey.
You can get an England coach from another country.
For example, if you know that, okay, maybe Spanish referees are good. Then some of your young referees from La Liga, these guys can be part of your VAR, can be part of your referee here and there.
Even if you can just limit them to VAR.
Sharp.
It's fine.
It's just that I think one of the things, which goes back to that, I know we say no, but the culture. Because La Liga culture, at least culture, the way they make their decisions in VAR. You can understand when a referee, there's a tackle in Serie A and it's not given.
It's not given, yeah.
But La Liga, you understand? But it affects this uniformity. It affects teams when it comes to the Champions League. Because if you are a German team and a Spanish team, and you're being refereed by a Barclays referee. Now, Barclays is a very physical league.
You will ref what he knows.
Hey, and now Bundesliga is also a bit physical. La Liga is not that physical.
The Spanish team at it.
And uniformity is killing. Where's UEFA? UEFA and FIFA should come together and say, no, guys, don't forget, these teams are still going to play together. These teams are going to play together. So let's make our rules uniform. This thing of even having different rules in the leagues, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
That's a problem. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But football, we want to watch the same football. But yeah, no. Like I said, we can go forever on VAR Barclays. Anyway, that leaves City second, Barclays second in the Barclays Premier League, third in the UEFA Champions League to complete the top three of English teams in UCL. Sparta Prague are left 21st in the Champions League spot. City plays Southampton in the Barclays Premier League this weekend, and of course, the big one next week. City will be going away to Tottenham Hotspurs, the Carabao Cup. Is it a big game?
It is. It's traditionally a big game. We'll give it that.
But you can see.
No, especially with City not playing really well, with Spurs almost gaining form.
Sharp. You think then Pep goes full squad? Not full squad.
It depends what game is after the post Carabao.
Sharp.
For both teams. Because if you're playing a Newcastle after, then you think, it's going to be a tough game. Let me rest him.
Sharp.
Or if if you're Pep, you're thinking, let me start with my squad, 60 minutes, rest my players. So it depends. It depends if Pep wants to win the Carabao.
That's the thing.
If you let other kids win it.
That's the thing. It's one of those, I feel like you'll be like, guys, I've got important games to
especially with the UCL.
The UCL.
2 extra games with these international breaks, which Pep has been complaining about. So, let's see.
But they beat South.
That I can put my whole salary on that. They will beat South.
Hey, man, you have the man if you're a betting man. Then Atletico de Madrid beat Leganes 3-1 on the weekend and worked to go and suffer at home against Lille 3-1. I'm going to speak about this because one of the reasons that I had was I was watching, yes, I forgot the guys from Spain. Sorry, I forgot your name. We were like Abu Craig and Stevie, they were pissed. We were pissed. It should be challenging. It should be a good team.
I saw the interview.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently the culture at Atletico is at least they're doing something. They're qualifying Champions League every season. And for me it's like, okay, sharp, you're qualifying Champions League. But where is the improvement? At some point, okay. I was even thinking about it today. I was like, okay, sharp. If you're saying sharp, maybe you might not be able to challenge for because you're What about Apoda? Where are you when Madrid and Barcelona have been knocked out? Those are titles. The Champions League, listen, they are here and about, disappoint, no problem. But I mean, Copa del Rey, do something. This is a knockout. This is a one game thing. Not whole. I can understand a bit to say, okay, you're saying that you can't go toe to toe with Madrid and Barca the whole season in league. But your knockout game, where are you?
Oh, you know that the Atleti one is a bit tough. I took a look at their spending. Since 2019, they've spent more money than us.
Sure.
So for you to say, Barca may really have financial muscle, they're big teams, but from 2019, in 5 years, we spent over 400 million. I'm not mistaken. Barca spent just under that. Yes, fine. Was this transfer?
But you are there and about.
But you're there and about. The finances should not. You are champions consistently playing in the Champions League ever since he's arrived.
Sure.
And fine, it took them from where they were as a mid-table team, and now consistently challenging in the Champions League.
Until when?
Your likes of Sevilla, Villarreal, Valencia, they're now gone.
Dropped in.
He's been there.
My issue is that
for him, I think he feels like enough, considering that other teams have dropped.
And I wanted to say, this is not an Atletico issue now. This is the only issue. Put a maybe even a Tuchel. Conte. Conte is God. Oh, that would be a tough game every time. That would be very interesting to see Italian coach.
Yeah,
it would be very interesting. But I'm just saying this is that's the only part. I feel like not content, but it's one of those you came in to take the squad because this is but your mind is stuck there. You've never said, okay, how?
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you expect from him now this season? Barca is on form right now, number one. Right behind them is Real Madrid. They haven't kicked into gear, but they have a Vini, they have Mbappe. At any moment, second half of the season, they kick into gear, and we see a different beast. You see those two teams playing the way they're playing. with Real Madrid winning Champions League in the last 10 years, I don't know how many times. Barca being Barca, always competing. Where does Simeone fit into all of this?
Okay.
Is it just? Don't you think it's justified for him to say, "But guys,
no. I wish. You don't have to beat those two. But the rest, the squad you have to. And I'm not expecting it to win or even though say I'm not expecting them to win the title. But be there. The reason I even put them as part of the top picks was okay. Barca and Madrid are playing this way, right? So as a team behind, you'd be thinking, but they are 4 points behind Madrid. So even if you win, you're still behind this guy.
So if Madrid wins, they'll be 7 points behind Madrid.
Sure.
That means they're 7 points behind both Madrid and Barca. Wow.
Just be there. I'm not saying win the title, but just be there. Let's not let the season, as Atletico, let's not let the season, I'm not saying win, let's say when you don't win the league title, don't beat 15 points behind the champions.
Last season Madrid won the league and they were 21 points behind Madrid, which is disappointing.
This is a Simeone problem. If you're an Atletico fan somewhere,
all right, so you're the board. You want that board. Who then comes in to replace Simeone? Because the other challenge that they might have, this is a Simeone. These are Simeone players.
Sure.
This is a Simeone culture that he's built over the last.
And you just when you ask that question, I really am. I was gonna say that the issue now is that the culture is so deep.
Yeah, entrenched.
Culture is so entrenched in so many players. Because if you bring in, let me think of a attacking coach. Let's just say it. Zizou. And Zizou tells Griezmann, nah, you don't have to defend. You think Griezmann, you can't. Griezmann went to Barca. You did find him at left back. You understand? That's how much the culture was entrenched into this guy.
But as I hear that, but you look at Rodrigo de Paul, who he was asked about in an interview 2 days back, Simeone. To say the form is displaying for Argentina. It's not the same form is displaying for Argentina. And for me, already saying culture.
Sure.
Because for Argentina, Rodrigo is he's that guy. He's just a beast. And then you see him at 80, you think, what's happening? What's happening here?
Honestly, I think if they can get a good, or let me say a decent goal, they can do so. You don't have to beat Madrid and Barca. You don't have to.
Okay.
You can try and beat them. But the rest, the Masafa.
The rest must go.
The rest must go. The rest must suffer.
Okay, so fair enough.
But of course, that leaves Atletico de Madrid 27th in the UEFA Champions League spots. So that means they are in the relegation zone.
Yeah, they might go. And I'm thankful that they're not going to Europe. Like, these teams must suffer there on their own.
As you said, third in La Liga, 4 points behind Real Madrid. 7 points behind Barca. And if we have to talk about, of course, the Kings of Europe, who are hosted by Celta de Vigo on the weekend and walked away 3 points to 1. And of course, one of the most disappointing results. Real Madrid hosted Borussia Dortmund at the Santiago Bernabeu and walked away 5-2. If you didn't watch that game, you would swear that Madrid were just on some other level. But let me tell you about Dortmund. And that girl who said, baby, no sex tonight. No, Madrid. Oh, yeah. And Madrid were like, What the fuck? I'm sure you were watching that game. And a part of you was a bit disappointed in the first half.
First half, I was disappointed, surely. Obviously, I was. They were forcing Madrid into making mistakes. They played a good game. Ronnie Malen, just
Sure.
the midfield from Dortmund was just on point. They were physical. Mbappe, every time you tried to get the ball, they were on him. They had a first good half.
Sure.
Yeah, they had
A very good half.
first half.
Very good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they decided to sit back. But before I continue, let me just say, let's just give Vini the Ballon d'Or.
No. Listen, I'm gonna come here as a Barca fan.
Let's just
There's no competition right now,
Exactly.
honestly.
exactly.
So yeah, no. Hashtag Vini for Ballon d'Or.
And he's been scoring wonder goals. Even in La Liga,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been watching them. He's been scoring
Let's give. What do you like to say? Let's give his what?
his flowers.
His flowers. Yeah, man. No. Listen, he's not Ronaldo or Messi levels,
But we're not gonna get that.
but we're not gonna get that anytime soon.
Yeah.
Let's give him that. When I talk about culture when it comes to this, the Dortmund culture is just so obvious. Let's fucking be a fucking Porto. And then you go and hire a coach who comes from this same town.
No man. For me, it was a game of two halves. First half they played well. Dortmund is just a matter of the second 45 minutes.
Why would you defend? My sister, why would you say let's sit on the bed when you say you don't have say?
You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. So I was quite happy. Mbappe playing well also.
Yeah, and I was not even watching the game that much. Until Madrid started scoring. I was playing FIFA and then
You're like,
okay,
what
then
is happening?
G was sleeping. I wanted to wake him up, and then I'm like, nah.
When the third goal went in, I mean that Vasquez goal, dude. Oh, I was like, Madrid.
I mean, the culture changes someone. I mean, you look at a player like Rudiger. Rudiger has always been a player, but he's got that thing. He's got that Ramos thing. You understand? He's got that Ramos thing. Oh, you niggas ain't gonna score. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, no, good performance, especially from Vini. And honestly, like, we might be talking about Vini as Ballon d'Or because of his stats, but it's such games that make it Ballon d'Or. It's such performance.
I remember the Bayern game where Ronaldo just did his thing. I remember Dortmund where we were 2-0 down.
Sure.
Ronaldo just decided to score a hat-trick
Sure.
second leg. Those are the games.
Yeah, those are the games that make it Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And that's why we like. And unfortunately for defenders, that's where games are won on goal.
Sure.
And so that's why it's difficult for you to win Ballon d'Or.
As a cover half.
Yeah, and that's why. That's why I was fighting the Ballon d'Or bit, because I was like, man, these players are not doing that. But right now I can tell you,
No.
Vini,
Man.
Vini.
And I love it because it's a good headache for Carlo. If he was even thinking of maybe playing Mbappe on that position. Vini is showing you already. Vini is showing you already.
This is my team.
This is my team.
Then of course, the best team in the world, Barcelona hosted Sevilla at the Montjuic and came 5-4 and won 5-1 in that game. And of course, the big one in the UEFA Champions League. I think everyone was definitely watching this game. If you're watching another game, I don't understand. Where Barca destroyed Bayern 4-1 at the Montjuic. Company in trouble? I mean, you just you gotta go to clubhouse.
It's tough because it was by 2. And Barca is not, Bayern is not. So it's tough for him. But I did say that this is the best time to
I mean, yeah,
when they
listen,
were at the lowest.
yeah.
So, not yet. Still number one, the Bundesliga. Still pushing. Still early days. I mean, this league format, I think we're all trying to figure out.
I would say, I mean, we had what best number one just now.
Yeah. So I think it's okay. We can forgive him for now.
Mm-hmm.
But second season don't come with this nonsense. This is Bayern. They used to being in the last 8.
Anyways, like we were saying, Champions League format, it's not done.
It's not done. There's still a lot of games.
You still got a lot that you can do.
Yeah, they can win the rest of the games.
Sure.
That they have,
Yeah.
potentially. I think they still have to play PSG.
I'm not sure. G, can you check that for us?
Can you check?
Well, what is Bayern's next game in the Champions League?
Yeah, the next. Yeah,
next games.
But there is one or two tough games. But I think they'll pick up.
They'll make it.
3, 6, 9 points. Yeah, they'll make it. They'll make it. Maybe in the knockout.
Sure.
Maybe, yeah, they'll make it.
But my question is, why Thomas Muller?
You know, when I saw that lineup, I was like, you're gonna get it. Because I saw Thomas Muller. Where's Musiala?
Well, we know Musiala just came in from injury. But I would feel like when second half starts, immediate.
Just put him in.
Immediate.
Put him in.
And that was one of my main worries. I was like, if that boy plays,
you're playing a Guerrero.
Sharp. Next 2 games.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's Benfica. Okay.
Tough game. Look, Benfica, they can easily draw that game.
They can also beat.
They can beat them, draw. Anything can happen in that game. PSG also is one of those. Anything can happen. I think they beat PSG. Then you have to face the Shakhtar, which I think they can beat in the Feyenoord, who's not
The Feyenoord, I would say that's promoted.
Because maybe they'll fight it.
Yeah, no, Feyenoord.
Yeah, no, it's tough. But he didn't. For me, Guerrero suffered against.
Yeah.
The long diagonal balls. I mean, you guys were just long balls. And then.
Fuck you old man. Fuck you, Lewandowski.
Why fuck Lewandowski?
6. That could have been 6 there. Yeah, but anyways, I'm quite. And now I remembered why. Everyone kept asking me. The game last year in the Champions League, the first leg, we were in the same group as this guy. This motherfucker had 2 chances that he didn't score. Chances that you were like, Liwa.
He's getting
Nah.
Yes, shares it by
Half
maybe that's it. But you guys played a good game. Lamid, Fermin, Pedri, he's of course man of the match. Lewandowski looks to found his form.
Sure.
You have all the ingredients now. And yesterday I was thinking to myself, it's funny that he was almost up and down.
He was very off.
You guys talking about Nico Williams.
There were pictures of Rafinha even cried about it in the conference. Say, I don't understand some fans, why are they doing this to me?
Yeah.
Because they had pictures of Nico wearing the number 11.
That was disrespectful. honestly. But I could understand why you guys were doing that. The combination of Lamine and Williams.
Yeah.
I hope you guys get that. Honestly, I hope you guys get that.
I hope we do get him next season.
Yeah, I hope you get him next season.
Get him.
I mean, it's not fair for us to get Mbappe, Vini. We know Rodrigo. Rodrigo is good.
Give us some. Oh, dude.
Rodrigo is a good player.
Underrated.
But he's a freaking
good
good
boy.
player. So yeah, kudos to you guys. Played very well. I hope.
Let us get into that one.
You guys play online
Yeah, no.
against Madrid. I hope.
So let us get into the big one of this week here. The game that everyone will be watching. The biggest game in the world after the World Cup final, which is the El Clasico. Real Madrid hosting Barcelona at the Santiago Bernabeu. I do understand as a Barca fan, it's a different game. This is not. You know, last year I would wake up when we were playing Bayern and I'm like, nah, shit.
But now you.
This time I was like, listen, we will play.
Yeah.
And a bit when
They
we
scored.
scored the goal and then we were pinned back.
Yeah, honestly, they were on you.
Back.
I can give them that.
I was pissed. I was like, what's going on? And on Ter Stegen, my friend, I missed you. At that moment, I missed you because I was like, you were going to put the balls into the center. So you were going to put these balls into the center, not these high balls all the time. But for some reason, Bayern, after they scored, they stopped pressing. I don't know if it's because of Barca pressing. I don't know. But this is a different game because if you play that highlight, look at what with the Valverde and Mbappe and Vini and Rodrigo making Bellingham. That's a different. So I do want to see Flick's in-game management on this one because honestly I was very happy with what he did in the Bayern game because when we were pinned back, it was like do something. I don't know what we have to do. But do something. But all of a sudden we just switched up. We started playing. Different ball game. This one different build-ups. So obviously Madrid are not gonna press us.
No.
They're not about that. They're not about that. They're not about press us. They're gonna play the football. So let's see now what we do. Let's see. Still confident.
Is it?
I'm still confident.
Yeah. And this is what I wanted actually. When I saw that okay, you guys would beat Bayern, I was like, I want them to be confident. I want them to have
It makes a good class.
all sense of security. Yeah, it does. Coming off the back of a 5-2 and you dominating Bayern the way you did, it makes a good classical. It's almost like the classical of old where we are looking at two really good teams.
Can we fight? Can we not hug each other? Punch each other.
Piss off Rudiger, see what happens. Just bump him. Just
Play Gavi. Let's see.
don't play
Let's
Gavi.
see bites.
I don't want that boy to get like
bites. A different ball game, honestly, and the advantage here with Madrid, two of them, the quality is there. Even with the Bayern game, honestly, as a company, you've got the better squad on paper. Quality is there. Like I was looking at, I was like, brother, there's Nebri, there's Olise. And the only one that I didn't understand honestly was Muller. Like, Kane pissed me off because he was always at the fence playing the ball. I'm like, dog, we want you here so that we can press the other kids. But what's your problem? But again, the quality here helps Madrid. And then, like I said, and I feel like this is one of those games when Madrid, it was one of those games where Madrid was like, this is it. Fuck everyone now. And then, of course, like I say, that highlight, I don't know if it's, and especially without.
I dare you. Say a highlight. I see what happened. I dare you. I want to see something.
But let's see. Good game. Hopefully, we're gonna enjoy it. I see goals. I see corners. Both teams to score. I really hope it's gonna be a good game.
Cracker.
I really hope it's gonna be a cracker of a game. I really do hope.
Prediction?
3-2 Barca. You are talking. I not score this game. I don't want this game. You don't want to score. Wait, who was Rudiger playing?
Oh.
Return back. Okay. It does. But listen, Militao was a very good defender. And then he was playing left back
For
Madrid.
who was playing left back? I know Vasquez was playing on the right. I think Mendy. Was it Mendy?
Can you check? who was playing left back for Madrid in the Champions League. Just know Yamin is coming.
Do you know Valverde?
Aye.
We're all over that boy.
And I feel like this is one of those games where both coaches are trying to flood the midfield. Yeah? What's the bench? Look, I didn't see him. I don't want to lie. I didn't see the man at all. But I feel like both coaches are trying to flood the
It might be. It might be that way because we don't want Barca to control that midfield.
Sure. No, if you guys let us then you would have fucked.
So Modric might start.
Yeah.
Chouameni.
Camavinga. Or end already.
But then these are
Modric can play 90.
yeah. So that would mean that he might do a 4-4-2 again because he did a 4-4-2 against Dortmund where he played Bellingham as well. And then he does up front Vini and
Sharp.
Mbappe. Hopefully Rodrigo to come in second half, maybe change things around. And yeah,
Honestly, I can't tell you what my coach is. He shocked me with the Firmino play. The Firmino one really shocked me. Freak, I have to tell you. I didn't think you had the guts, but you did it.
My prediction is 3-2 the other way around.
Okay. So we are both on it. Yeah.
3-2, high scoring game.
Yeah, we're both
3-2 the other way around. Ah. Come on, Vini. Come on.
But let's see.
The Samba.
Let's see how Flick.
Not the Rafinha Samba. The Vini Samba.
Yeah, the Vini Samba.
Does even not Samba. All he knows is this.
He does look very stiff. Honestly, Vini is the only player that looks close to Roca Bonito right now. So, according to the Brazilian FA have said, yeah, they are looking into making only players who play for Brazil to play for the hey man,
why would you do that to yourself?
They want Jordan.
No, why would you do that to yourself? You have so many players. Rodrigo, Vini himself, you have Rafinha, you have so many.
Well, maybe I think one of the main problems is the striker, Brazil. But let's not get into that because I didn't even watch any international team during the international break. So some honorable mentions in the Champions League. Having a bit of a problem, trying to hate them. Monaco hosted Red Star, beat them 5-1. Yeah, no, that.
But we have to mention Gavi as well coming back. I know I'm not a Barca fan, but I've been used Gavi fan.
Okay, thank you for that. You know, I don't like being a fan too much on the channel. I don't like. Oh, that was great. I mean, Flick has go to his squad now. Omo back, Young back, Gavi back, Party back. So just missing. I don't know what the flip is going on with Christensen. Just again, we're not gonna see him next year. We're not gonna see him until next year. He's Neuer getting old.
He is. He must just somewhat retire. He retired internationally, so he must somewhat retire. But I think his contract is up. So we'll see if he
because I think is it Rafinha's second goal. He killed in between the defenders. Against Ryan. Like, nah, dog. Neuer, the old Neuer hits that ball as if nothing just happened.
Even the last of
sharp. The shot. I thought it was Neuer. I was like, is that you, dog?
Come on.
But yeah, man, when it's time, it's time. If you want to go to the lower, go to MLS, or go to Taumani, Saudi.
Oh, good moment for Gavi. Standing ovation, captain.
That was
back after yeah. But who was supposed to be captain? Lewandowski was out of the field. Rafinha was out. Pedri himself was the captain.
Do you know a player who's been playing very well for us? Who's Kunde?
Nah, son, he's not captain material. Gavi's captain material. Yeah? Gavi, my boy.
Yo, listen,
my boy. Name your price, Pastor. How much you want? How much you want?
It's it there. You can
Gavi to you.
We can't even swap Gavi and me. You'd have to give us 100 and swap.
No.
I mean,
I want that Kobe Gavi.
Yes.
Give us Gavi. Don't want to kill me. You give me.
You give me. You give me. So saying Monaco, we have to mention them. Fourth now in the Champions League. Ranked at 33 in the Champions League. AC Milan with a much needed 3 points after losing their 2 games. Beating Club Brugge. Still in the relegation zone. 25th in Club Brugge 26. So this is what's nice about league phase. Yeah, when in the league phase, you just knock the player, the team on top of you. You understand?
Talking point on that, I don't know if you saw it on the weekend. The whole thing with Pulisic. Pulisic is the designated penalty taker.
Okay.
AC Milan had 2 penalties over the weekend.
Okay.
And then random players just decided to go and take the ball from Pulisic. And then Pulisic just took a step back.
Who's the coach?
The coach is there. He did say he was quite angry about it. Number one,
but you can't be angry when you are there. You are there.
The first one was, I think it was Hernandez. He's the captain. He took the ball. So when your captain does that, knowing that, so I think Pulisic was like, okay, what's happening? And then the second one, I can't quite remember who took the second one. And by the way, Hernandez missed it. He took the penalty, decided to take the penalty. And then the second one, Pulisic has the ball, takes the penalty. He's designated penalty taker. Someone else comes to me, decides to.
I have to ask something of defenders, because if you are a defender, and you know one of your attackers needs confidence, why the fuck?
Why the fuck would you take a penalty? Maybe they're thinking Pulisic does it because Pulisic, for me, he's been up. Look, I don't watch Serie A that much.
Sure.
The games that I have watched, and when you listen to pundits, he's definitely top 3, top 5 best players in Serie A. He's been scoring the goals. He's playing quite well.
Captain America.
Yeah. So maybe they decided, no, Pulisic doesn't need the confidence. Another player needs the confidence. But it's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, as a defender, okay, listen, we might go to your Ramos. Ramos knows that I'm not Ramos. Let me take it. I'm better than him. But if your attacker needs confidence, you give him that. Understand? I remember there was a penalty we got this other game. Blue I haven't scored. Yamin was like, take the penalty. That time Yamin is on fire. Oh, you must assess these things in the camp. For me, then makes you not a captain, because at the end of the day, you are most probably not going to score. You're most probably not going to score. Give this guy confidence so that they're like, okay, sharp, I've scored 2 penalties. In his mind now, Push is like, I can do it.
It's not like how Bruno used to give Rashford this season.
Sure.
And Rashford now is doing the most.
And Bruno knows in his mind. Let me know. I know I'm not. When I pass this guy all the time.
Yeah.
So let me give him. So if Rashford scores 2 penalties, he's thinking in his mind now, Rashford, I can get a hat-trick. He gets a hat-trick, confidence is back.
Sort of Vini. Vini is the thing.
Sure.
But Vini is like gives Mbappe all the time.
That wing is mine.
You can take the penalty. The wing is
fine. There was also a game where there was a penalty. I think Mbappe already scored a penalty.
Then Vini.
Mbappe was like,
yeah. I love that. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the coach said he will sort it out. Definitely won't happen the next
time. Mourinho shouted it out of the field. Not you. But yeah, we're not there. Juventus were beaten by Stuttgart. This league phase just takes it out. Because I know you very well in the top 8. Stuttgart leading those 3 points. Obviously, they were in the relegation zone. Sporting, who are now number 8, with Sturm Graz. I hope I said that right, which is good for Sporting. 5 games to go, but I mean, you have to be there in the bout. PSV versus PSG. PSG hosting PSV. 1-1. Last time we spoke about this, we expected goals. Don't know what's going on with him. Mr. Talking too much. Enrique. Don't know what's going on. I watched him. He was playing. All his stuff. It's That leaves PSG 19th and PSV 28th. PSV are in trouble. Girona getting their first 3 points against Slovan Vastavia. 3 points, that puts them 24th. That means that just in the playoff, and Slovan the last team in Champions League right now. And of course, I just said now before we recorded big game, another big game this weekend is Juve versus Inter Milan. They're not gonna lose. They're not gonna lose.
For me, they're not quite there yet.
But they haven't lost.
They did lose against.
Yeah, but
They didn't lose against. And they'll catch fish in Syria now, because Inter definitely is a different beast, challenging for the title. Conte is doing the best.
Yeah, he continues.
Inter.
How can you How can you be okay with 1-0? Score goal in the first half and you're okay. How it is the whole game. Especially against the team that I know I should. How can you be okay with 1-0?
Some teams are built different. At the end of the day, it's 3 points. Move on.
And I'm thinking of a player like the guy's name I can say. 77.
Oh,
Carasvelia or whatever.
yeah. He's been doing
You're an
well
attacking player. You're an attacking player. But you should be okay with 1-0.
The mentality is different when you play for a coach like Conte.
How do you switch that? Let's say he moves to an Arsenal. How do you switch?
Because they all want to go all the time.
But anyways, we're not going to say much about the Petway section. We just came back. So we're still feeling our teams again. So this is the ticket. This is the video where we are going to be posting our bet tickets. Listen, get responsible. And then say,
You want wrestling? You want practice at home? Wait.
So bet responsibly, bet what you can. Try and build your money. Well, there's different ways. Me and PK right now are looking at building our money and all that. Some people want to say, hey, I'm going all out. You trust your teams. That's up to you. We're here to advise. We'll put our slips. You choose. You want to go for all of them, you go for all of them. You want to go for some of them, you go for some of them. You want to change some of our tickets. Anything else that good? From our side, awe.